Welcome, in this video we will continue with sploit. So basically we will use sploit on Kali Linux. I'm not saying that sploit is not available for Windows operating system. You can even use sploit on Windows and Mac operating system. But the issue is most of the hacks I will cover will not work on those operating system. So it's better to work on Kali Linux operating system. Let's begin with ways to use sploit. The most common method and the one I use most is the interactive sploit console. This is the one that is activated by typing msf console at the command line in Kali. There are several other methods as well. Like the other one is msf CLI mode, although it appears that when we are in the console that we are using the command line, we are actually using an interactive console with special keywords and commands. From the msf CLI, we are actually using a Linux command line. For help screen, you have to just type msf CLI space -h. Now to execute an exploit from the msf CLI, the syntax is simply msf CLI the exploit payload equals to payload name, rhost is equal to IP, lhost equals to IP, and capital E, where E is short for execute. In upcoming videos, we are using msf encode and msf payload in the command line mode. Command line mode means msf CLI. The disadvantage of it is you will be limited to a single shell, which makes some of the more complex exploits impossible. The next one is Armitage. If you want to use sploit with a graphical user interface, at least a couple of options are available. To start Armitage in Kali, simply type Armitage. If Armitage fails to connect, try these alternative commands. Armitage is graphical user interface overlay on sploit that operates in client or server architecture. You start sploit as server and Armitage becomes the client, thereby giving you full access to sploit's feature through a full-featured, though not completely intuitive graphical user interface. If you really need a graphical user interface to feel comfortable, you can go for Armitage. But a hacker always use command line, so I would recommend you to go for command line instead of Armitage. So the sploit has 6 different types of modules: payloads, exploits, post, nopes, auxiliary, and coders. As I already covered what is payload in before video in introduction of sploit and even exploits. But then I would like to revise is payloads are the code that will leave behind on the hacked system, and the exploit are the shell code that takes advantage of vulnerability or flaw in the system. Post are modules that you can use post exploitation of the system. Nopes are short for no operations. In x86 CPUs, it is usually indicated by hex 0x90. It simply means do nothing. This can be crucial in creating a buffer overflow. You can view nopes module by typing in msf console as show nopes. Auxiliary include numerous modules that don't fit into any of the other categories. These include things as fuzzers, scanners, denial of service attack, and more. Encoders are modules that enable us to encode our payload in various ways to get past antivirus or any other security software. You can see encoders by typing show encoders. As you can see, there are numerous encoders built into sploit. As I mentioned before, these can be used to make it undetectable by antivirus software. And one more capabilities Metasploit has is search. Before it was not possible to search, now we can search keyword. Now the search keyword enable us to do simple keyword search, but it also shows us to a bit more refined in our search as well. We can define what type of module we are searching for by using the type keyword. For example, in MSF console, I'll type search and type :exploit. When I search for it, it will give me 1200 exploits. 1200 plus result was not useful, so I should go more specific, like if I want to attack Sun Microsystem machine running Solaris, then I have to type for search type exploit and platform Solaris. Now the search is bit defined to only those exploits that will work against Solaris operating system. To further refine our search, let's assume we want to attack Solaris RPC, that is Sun RPC, and we want to see only those exploits attacking that particular service. For that, we can add the keyword as Sun RPC to our search, like search type exploit platform Solaris Sun RPC. Now the results are less and we got only few modules. Metasploit has still many capabilities which I want to cover, so we'll continue in next video with Metasploit. So that's all in this video. Thank you for watching this video.